what a lot of modern people don't realize is that for Zoroastrians, a fire is not a fire. It's not just a fire. A fire is more than a fire, because fire is the living presence of Ashavahishta, which is the Amashasphenta of truth, best righteousness. And so when you see a fire, you're not looking at something physical, you're seeing the manifestation of Ashavahishta. And so when they established the fire, the term that is used is that they enthroned it. So he is treated as a king, as a living presence. And that's why they have to be pure when they go to see the fire. They have to be pure of all the contaminations of the world. So they enthrone the fire in the center of the community. The Atesh Bahram is in the center of the most important town of the community. And when the community moves elsewhere, it takes the fire with them. So when the community moves to Mumbai, it establishes Atesh Bahrams in Mumbai, right? So the Atesh Bahram of the Iran Shah is the first and the most important fire that the Parsis have, because it's the one that they established when they arrived in India. And that kind of replaces the idea of a physical human monarch at the center of a... So in a way, you see, it's compatible with Indian democracy and also with previous Indian monarchies. It doesn't rival the Indian monarchy, or indeed, it doesn't threaten Indian democracy. So it's a religious center, and the priests become the courtiers, the Sanjana priests become the courtiers of this king. For Zoroastrians, it was about ritual practice. So it's the practice of good words, the practice of good thoughts, and the practice of good words, thoughts, and deeds, realized in the ritual action that is performed symbolically and ritually in the fire temple, but in their lives is supposed to be carried out in their life. So what coheres the religion, what brings it together and keeps it going, is actually fundamentally about the fire, about the symbol of the fire in the center of it, and also about purity, purification, because that's at the heart of Zoroastrianism is purity, purification, because that's all about maintaining the good and perpetuating keeping the fire pure, keeping the fire alive, and at the same time rejecting evil and keeping away pollution. So it's very ecologically sound. You're dealing with a living thing. You shouldn't pollute the fire with rubbish. You shouldn't burn things to pollute the atmosphere, pollute the sky. You shouldn't pollute the ground. You shouldn't pollute the water. So purity is actually, it sounds ancient and kind of weirdly, old-fashioned and religious, but it's actually what everybody's talking about now is about being ecologically healthy and keeping the planet alive. So the Zoroastrians were centuries ahead of other religions that were sticking bodies and corpses in the ground or burning them and polluting the rivers with their dead corpses. And in a way, that sums up Western civilization. What we've done is throw everything away. The Zoroastrians don't do that. They don't pollute the world. And that's what the religion is all about. The central moral message of Zoroastrianism is pretty much universal, and that is to practice good and to resist evil. You get that in Buddhism, you get that in Hinduism, you get that in Christianity, you get that in Islam, and Zoroastrianism is one form of that. The Zoroastrians are protecting that as something that the Zardushtis, the Parsis in this case, do, and we won't go into the politics of whether or not it should be or should not be exclusive, but the central message of it is pretty much common to all religions, and that is the practice of good. So this is just another reminder that this is a kind of rather beautiful symbol of endurance by being faithful to certain principles. And it's expressed beautifully by this idea of a fire which has been burning for thousands of years and which is at the center of the community.